Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Alberta's tailing ponds give us an international black eye. They are an underfunded liability to Albertans and industry. They kill wildlife, and there's a strong suspicion they leak. We can't blame industry for their choices or lack of action if the government doesn't give clear, enforceable targets. So last year, the ERCB put forward tailings performance criteria, and in October, it was reported that 7 of the 9 projects will not meet the criteria by 2011, and some not for another 40 years. To the Minister, is the Minister concerned that these companies aren't meeting the ERCB's criteria?
Yeah. Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, one of the issues that you have to deal with when you're a regulator is balancing retrofits as opposed to new construction. And that therein lies the issue. How do we incorporate new technology into existing facilities? And so when the member talks about adherence to a new policy, I can assure her that the new developments will be required to adhere to the new policy. How we bring older developments up to those new standards takes some time.
Member.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. These tailings ponds can be seen from outer space. So back to the same minister. What are the penalties if companies fail to meet the targets?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, seeing something from space hardly qualifies it as an environmental hazard. I'd suggest that there are a lot of other things that can be seen from space as well. The fact of the matter is that we have standards in this province. We hold companies accountable to meet those standards, and we continually strive to move those standards forward. The way we deal with tailing ponds in the long term is by changing the technology that reduces the need for the tailing ponds in the first place.
The Honourable Member.
Thanks. So I take it there are no penalties if they fail to meet the target. So the next question to the Minister, when will this government require the best practice for cleanup technology be implemented by all companies across the board?
The Honourable Minister.
It's really fun to be in the opposition, Mr. Speaker, because you can pretty much say anything you want and never be held accountable. Like I said, Mr. Speaker, there are 2 very important factors when we discuss best practices. One is on new developments, and clearly there is an opportunity and a need for us to have best practices. The other is how do you retrofit existing facilities. I can assure this member that we are pushing the envelope very hard on industry to come up on both sides of the equation, retrofitting the existing and bringing the new ones online with the best technology available.